Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Jerry with Skookum Milling and Woodworks here. Gonna do a quick little video, this is sawmill related, regarding sawmill blades. These sawmill, mine takes a 153-inch bandsaw blade, and they're 1.25 inches wide, they're really sharp, and you got to take care of them, because if you ding a tooth on one, it can really raise havoc in the sawmilling that you're doing. So one of the things I wanted to do was to construct a crate or a box that I can put them in to protect them when I'm traveling or what have you to a job or back and forth from a job. So I got to take spares with me. So one of my buddies online is the Old Jarhead, and for any of you that haven't seen his channel, I'd encourage you to tune in there. And he showed that he made a box. He's got a wooden box that he made, and I'm just going to duplicate that. But since this is also a woodworking channel, I thought, well, heck, that'll make a decent quick little project. So I'm going to show you what we're going to build, and we're going to build it. It's going to be very simple, very rudimentary, just something to put blades in and haul them home. And once they're dull or dinged, we'll just coil them up, and then we've got the boxes from Wood Miser that I'll ship them back to them for sharpening. So we'll show you what we got going here. Okay, so when you buy blades from Wood Miser, they come shipped to you in these big cardboard boxes. Okay, so this is a set of 5 brand new blades that I just got, and they come in these big cardboard boxes. Now I'm going to be participating in the resharp, what they call the resharp program, where I just return them to Wood Miser, and they will resharpen them, reset them, replace them if they're not salvageable, not able to be used again. And so I'll use these boxes to ship them back and forth. So I got to save these, but I'm going to build a big wooden box that I can set these blades in and move them around from job to job and protect these sharp little teeth. Because I'll tell you, if you drop one of these on the ground and you ding the set, which is the angle that those teeth stick out, if you ding that, you have in essence wrecked that blade for the time being until it can be reset. So so I think we're just going to make it out of I went and bought a $10 sheet of OSB. I've got some material around the shop here that I'm going to construct it with, and we'll make that and show you what we have in mind. So stick around. Okay, so just going to go by the dimensions of the box that they come in for the most part, which is the inside of the box is it's right at 36 inches wide by 29, let's call it 30 inches deep. And this box currently has got 5 blades in it, and they fit, but I want to be able to put like 10 or 15 at a time in here. So I think I'll expand it by 1 inch in both dimensions, width and depth. So we'll make it 31 by 37 on the inside, and that should be sufficient. Then I've got this old piece of, 1 1/8 plywood that I'm going to rip down for the framework. And it is, I don't know, what is that? Is it, looks like 1 1/8 plywood, I don't remember. Yeah, 1 1/8 plywood. So our sheets are going to have to be, let's see, we got to add 1 1/8 all the way around. So width-wise, they'll be 39 1/4. So 39.25 by 33.25. 33.25. Okay. So that's what size our two sheets will need to be. So we'll get the table saw all cleared off here and rip some pieces down, break down a carcass of OSB and to those dimensions. Then we'll rip this plywood into the strips that will glue along the edges that will give it some rigidity on both the top and the bottom. And then we've got some hinges. We'll make it hinge. We'll have a clasp on the front and a couple of handles. Be a little heavy, but that's all right. That's okay. At least they'll be protected. And yeah, so we'll get to work. We'll get the table saw all set up, and we'll rip that. We'll break that plywood down to begin with. Then we'll come back to ripping this framework. There's our two 39.25 pieces. Now we got to rip them down to the other dimension, which is 33.25. So we'll just come this way. And where'd my tape measure go? Okay, so I'll reset the fence. 33.25. Right about there. Okay. All right. I'll trim them that direction. Measure twice, cut once. All right, that gives us our the flat portions of the crate. Now we've got to do some ripping for the framework. We'll rip this piece of 1.1" plywood down into 1.5" wide strips, and that will be to make the frame to go around the box. Yeah, I guess that's what we'll do here. All right, now, so they'll be laid out on there just like that. And I think to strengthen them, I'm going to drill a pilot hole through here, and we'll just run 1 screw through into each corner just to brace them. They're going to be glued and screwed to the plywood, to the OSB, so they'll be plenty strong. This is just to kind of hold everything in place while we put some, and then we can flip it over, put some glue down, put everything together that way. So we'll start by drilling 4 pilot holes, run some pretty long screws in here to really stiffen these corners up, and then we'll flip everything over, lay a bead of glue down on it, and put some screws around the perimeter.
All right, there we go, the pilot hole. Just gonna hold that together. Sorry if you can't see this, but it isn't that technical. 1. All right. A little bit of glue.
A plain old drywall screw, 2¼ inches or so. Thanks for a good strong joint. All right, these, I just had some old fur that I ripped down. I just ripped it to 1/2 inch. And so that'll give us, it'll be about 2-inch deep box. Well, the blades are 1¼ or so, and on the occasion that maybe someday I'm using 1.5 blades on the mill, which is unlikely, but possible. It is possible, but it's unlikely that I would do that. But anyway, so we'll have clearance, and this will give it some stiffness. So we're just gonna put some glue along here, and since these are only 1/2 inch thick, really can't put screws in them, so I'm going to use my air stapler with some 3/4 inch staples and just staple these on.
And let me tell you, these staples, they grab, so it's going to be just fine. Okay, we'll work our way around doing that.
Just got a couple old used hinges I'm gonna slap on here. And I think that should do it. Like I said, I wish I had some different ones, but I'm just using what I can scrounge up here in the shop, get rid of some old stuff. And I think these will be fine. So, some pilot holes. Alright, so I dug around in my junk and found this little hasp. I think this will work good. I think I should be able to just screw it down on there. Screw that on there. I think that'll work just fine. Let's see, we'll sit like that. Not exactly made for this application, but it'll work pretty good, I think. So, see what we can do with that. So, got that on there. It's got a little carabiner hook here. That works just like that. Open her up. Put the blades. All we have left now is put some blades in here. So, oh yes, I like it. Yeah, so there's some 10-degree blades in there. Got room to put plenty more in. I've got a box of 7s over here too. For the time being, I'm just gonna utilize one box for everything. I don't have that many blades yet, so see if we can get those in here too. Put some gloves on here, because let me tell you, these dudes are sharp. So put some gloves on before I start messing around here. But cut this big tie strap that they've got on here. And then one blade at a time, I think, take them out, put them in there. Yeah, I'm springing all over the place here. Yeah, 6. So there you have it. This is how we'll safely transport and store our sawmill blades. And this will close up. And we'll latch it. And there you have it. Now that will not be light, but that's all right. It'll just slide in and out of the back of the pickup. When we're on the job, we'll just slide it right in there. And blades are protected. And yeah, so that should work good for us. I might have to change our latch system. I'd kind of rather see one on each corner. So next time I run to the hardware store, I'll see if I can find some more appropriate latches. But for the time being, this will hold it shut. So yeah, so kind of a down and dirty little project, but fun nonetheless. And just another project that comes out of the shop here. So once again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate your time. Hope you find this stuff interesting. Not much to this project, but what the heck? It's just something else. Just one of those things that a sawyer probably should have. And so made it up, and we're good to go. And once again, thanks for tuning in. Jerry from Skookum Sawmilling, and that's all I got. Hit that like button, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. We're getting a lot more content up on there, so hit that.